So I hit my phone stand, so the background is completely different from normal, so I apologize for that. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get it back to how it usually is. Or maybe this is better, who knows. My crappy little bun's not staying in place either. But hi, my name is Jasmine, I run the crochetery, and if you're not familiar with Yarnmas yet, I think you need to go back and rewatch the other days first, because it does go in order. I will be spoiling past things, possibly showing you past days that I've done. So if you don't want any spoilers, I would just go back and watch them in order. If you already watched them in order, or you just don't care, then I guess you can just watch this one. But Yarnmas is my personalized yarn advent calendar that my bestie set up for me. So each day I get a new ball of yarn that looks like this, and I don't know what they are, other than her little code here that I can guess. This one's called PBP, so I'm a little nervous that the B stands for bunny, and that this is going to be a third ball of bunny yarn. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. But I'm a little scared for today. It's also currently, what time is it? 7:53 a.m. I got up early. I got up at 7:30, but I've been moving around a little bit, so not as fast as I would have liked to have been. But each day I get one of these. Each day I've had success so far. I just haven't liked some of the items. Like out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days that I've previously done, I'm not a big fan of 2 of them. And conveniently, both of them are days that I had bunny yarn. I just don't like bunny yarn. It's just not conveying to me personally. Everything else, though, I love. So I'm hoping that this is not a ball of bunny yarn. So it's also like wrapped a little funky. Like it's not like I can just peel it like this. It's taped up. It's taped horizontally, which scares me a little. I can feel the fluffy. I'm trying to feel the strand individually. Can I, like, overrule it? Can I overrule it? Why? Again? A third time? It's been 1 week. I've gotten it 3 times in 1 week. This is Premier Bunny and the color purple. So it's 87 yards or 200 grams, whichever you prefer, and I don't like. I feel like if you haven't seen the previous days, I will get the items so that way you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. I have my items now. So, again, this is day... What is this? This is only, like, day 8, I think. And, like, I got another one of these. But this one's purple. Originally, on day 3, I got blue, and I tried making a dragon, but that didn't work because I didn't have enough yarn, because it's fluffy yarn. So, I improvised and made this bunny. I turned the snout into a tail back here, and made it look like it was a bunny in a onesie, because that's really all I could do at that point. I didn't have any other yarn. I wasn't home when I made this one, which you'd know if you saw that video. So this one was a huge improv, and I don't like it because of that, because I just wanted a finished item. So the second time around, when I got another ball of bunny, I thought, well, I'll just try to keep to one small thing. So then I chose a very small stingray pattern, and I feel like you can't really tell that it's a stingray. But I had yarn left over, so I was like, I'm gonna keep this just in case we get another ball of bunny. And what do you know? Another ball of bunny. Problem is, even with these 2 things combined, whether I like the color combo or not, I'm gonna have to try to figure something out very angrily. Like, I wish I could just overwrite this and just not do it. Like, I don't want to do it. But my friend isn't up currently, so I can't even ask her if I can veto it. Just being like, well, can I just grab a different yarn, please, and not do this one? So I'm gonna have to figure something out with it. I really don't want to. I'm thinking of not even doing a stuffed animal, to be honest, because I just really don't like it. The yarn looks like that, pretty much the way any furish kind of yarn does. But I just don't like it. In terms of, like, fur, I just don't like it. So now I'm just, like, looking at it, like, very upsettily. Like, I don't want to use it again. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't know. I've been obsessed with making ear warmers since one of the days when I had to make ear warmers. So I'm tempted just to try and turn these into ear warmers. I don't even know if that would work, to be honest. I just really don't want to have to use this yarn. I had a bad feeling when I saw the bee that it was going to be another bunny. Because when I told my friend at the end of this day when I got this yarn, I told her, I was like, if there's any more bunny, I'm not going to be happy with you. And she goes, well, they were on sale, so I got them. So it made me nervous that, like, she got multiple. And I was right. I wish they would have been splayed out so that way it wasn't painful torture all in the same week. I can't even get her, like, she's not awake for me to even change it. I'm upset about this day, as you can tell. I was upset the second time, and I'm more upset the third time. Because it's like, it's funny if it happens twice, but 3 times is too much. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. I'm tempted to turn it into an ear warmer. I'm going to try not to. I'm going to look over my crochet patterns that I have and try to turn this into something nice and beautiful, but no promises because I'm really mad at it. Okay, it's the end of the day. I don't know what time it is exactly. It is 10:12 p.m. It is pretty late now, as you can see by the little box here and me being this way. I have the box of all of the presents. This is what it looks like to me. And I figured at the end of a very long, very frustrating day, I would reward myself and you guys to see them all splayed out and kind of spoil all of them at this point. So if you remember from this morning, which you probably will because it was only like 41 seconds before this, I got a ball of purple bunny yarn and I'm not happy about it. I will use it eventually, just not today. So I kind of took a cheap route. If you remember from one of my previous days, I did a puzzle yarn. That's what I received that day. So I did a top and then I used a backup present that we didn't end up needing and used that as a fox fur lined top. So I made another fox fur lined top. This one is just white with the purple bunny. So the one that I made out of the puzzle yarn was, you can see the back a little bit better. That one was a large, and I have extra yarn, so in case you wanted to win that day, I had it set aside just in case. And this one is a size small. So once again, just in case that somebody wants to win this top with the white on the purple fluffy bunny yarn, I will keep the bunny yarn until the end of the time. So that way, if somebody wants it, I can make it in their size for them. But for now, that's done. Sadly, I'm not very happy about it. I wasn't in a very crochet-y mood today. I was more so like in like a flare-up. Sorry, for those of you that don't know, I have chronic pain, so it was flaring up today really bad. It was just hurting. I just wanted to lay down most of the day. I didn't feel like crocheting, so I didn't really do that much. But the fun part now is getting to go through this and trying to find stuff. So the day we are looking for is PRVV. So we have to basically go through the box until we find that. So it is not this one. That one says RS. That one is super long. I'm just going to look for one that has the letter V in it. This one's pretty long. There's multiple yarns in that one. That one's pretty small. This one's pretty small and it's caked up a little bit. There is a V in this one, but this isn't the correct one. So we're going to next. This one is pretty long, and I have a feeling I know what this one is. So I'm just going to call that out now. Which day is this for? I'm trying to read my whiteboard, so sorry, I'm getting pretty close and personal. This one is for day 10, so I will be doing this one soon. I'm pretty sure I know what this one is, so I'm going to bring some extra yarn because I already have an idea for what I'm going to do with it. This is not the correct yarn, but this is another, like, caked one, you know what I mean? Like, this is, like, a caked yarn versus this kind of looks like a normal ball of yarn. Excited to get there. This one is 2 different balls of yarn. It says it on the package. This one has a V in it, but it is not the correct one. This one is pretty big. This one has 3 different things in it. So I think this is one of the last days. I'm trying to read my whiteboard over there. Yes, this is day 21, and there's a lot in there. This one is not correct, although this one's just a cute little guy. So it's the last one in here, of course. PRVP, PRVB. That's what I'm looking for. This is my yarn for tomorrow. Now the best part, I gotta put everything else back in the box. So, starting off with the big one, we'll put these back in order, just random order of however I can fit these in here. I do have a couple other packages, so obviously if you were counting, this isn't going to be a complete day 24 yet. That is because I have 3 other packages over there which are for 2 separate days, but they're huge packages. I did pick out that prompt because I had to get backup yarn, so I do know what that one is, I will say that. But I am looking forward to it because it's something that I haven't done yet before. This is all wrapped back up, but it's something that I haven't done before, so I'm a little excited to do that. But I figured out my friend's code a little bit, just a little bit. So if you've been paying attention, it's been going P, B, P, B, B, D, you know, all the letters, blah, blah, blah. But the days that I had bunny yarn, it went PBLB, which stood for Premier Bunny Light Blue. And then for the coral one, it went PBC, which was Premier Bunny Coral. And then today, it was PBP, which was Premier Bunny Purple. But knowing that much, I don't really know Premier yarns that much. So PR is already like Premier, and then I'm like, they have a yarn that starts with R, and then a V, and then a B. The B is most likely the color of the yarn. Maybe the V is also the color of the yarn, but I don't know what the R would be. I don't know the Premier yarns that well off the top of my head. I've really only used the ones that you've seen me open, as well as Parfait Chunky and Parfait XL. So when I see an XL, I'm like, I think I know what that one is. Which is why I say I think I know what the one is for day 10, because it has XL in it, and she asked me specifically what that was, so I was like, okay, she's probably getting some of those, which I'm not mad at because I do like XL. But this is for tomorrow's, so I'm a little excited. I am going to be at my friend's house for the weekend, so I'm actually going to text her tonight, and I'm going to see if I can pre-film the intros for the videos in this setting, and then I would only have to film the outros with the plushies at her house at the end of the day, just because I feel like the lighting in my room's a little bit better. I feel like my background's a little bit more fun compared to just her pink walls. I have my little diamond art, I have some hanging things, a little crystal, and then a cute little accent wall that I have over there. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I would do that. I have an entire accent wall like that, as well as a flower painted door that I use as the main, like, as my primary picture taking places. So if you see the blue triangles and you see the flower backgrounds, you know it's just my wall and my door. So I love it. It looks beautiful on camera. The handprint I just improvised because the space was too big for triangles. So I just slapped my handprint on there. Why not, right? Like, it's my room. I can do what I want to. But I found my package. Today is technically complete with the top. I feel like it is kind of a cheap cop-out, but I really didn't want to have to do anything fluffy anymore. So I will take my cheap answer any day of the week, considering they were all lined up 3 days in a row. She did tell me that she was only trying to put the singular balls first rather than doing the proms and the multiple packages that contain multiple yarns in them. So I appreciate that, but I don't appreciate having Bunny 3 times in a week. But based on her coding over there and the fact that she said she only bought 3 of them, I don't think I'm getting any more for the rest of the month, which is nice for me. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. It'll be officially 1 week that I've started doing this. So it's going to be a little fun. I'm going to throw in a fun bit where I show you everything that I've made so far within the first week. And obviously me making that item for the day. Okay. I know. You didn't think you'd see any more of me. Or maybe you did. I don't I don't know. Here I am. It is 10:35. I'm about to film this part, put it together, and then post this today. It is Friday, and if you remember, Yarnmas started on a Friday, so this is everything I've done so far within a week. I figured I'd throw it in here at the end of the video just for little funsies. So if you haven't seen any other videos and you wanted to go back and rewatch them, stop, don't watch this part, because it is spoiling everything that I've made so far. So if you want to watch everything, go watch everything yourself first, because I don't want to spoil it for you. So, starting off on the day one, we made the Baphomet head for the prompt, but I ran out of yarn. So I did finish the second one, which I used for velvet that I just had lying around the house. So it's a pretty big one, but it is finished. So day one was successful. What was day two? There were so many things. All right, day two was this dinosaur, and there was one more thing. I'm trying to look for it. Day two, I made this dinosaur at first to pay homage to the first dinosaur that I ever made, because it was in a yarn similar to this, and then I had a little bit left over, so I made a little leggy frog. So day two was also a huge success. And then we had day three, which it is a finished item. I still have yet to put a nose on it, which is kind of funny enough. So it is a bunny in a little fluffy onesie costume. This fluffy yarn was the yarn that I got requested to use. I'm not a big fan of it. It's technically completed, but to me, I don't like this. It's just because I ran out of yarn, so it doesn't seem right to me. So it's technically finished, but to me, I don't like it. So day three was sort of complete, just not to my standards. Day four, I got this type of yarn in the puzzle, and then I used some extra fox fur that we had purchased to make the border for a cute fox fur top. That's what the front looks like, and then the back's always extremely hard to show, but it's got like the corset back there. So this was day three. This was successful. I actually really liked making this, so this was a huge, cute win for me. So day four was a success. Day five started a very unhealthy addiction of me making ear warmers. They're so cute. Like, you just slip them on like this and they're done. Like, that's it. They're super quick to make. They're super easy to make. Like, this is the same ball of yarn that I was given, which just shows that, like, I got 2 balls out of that tiny ball. One is slightly smaller just because I ran out. But this day was successful, and I did make some more just in some Serenity Black that I had lying around my house. So there's 3 more. And I do have a 4th one, but it is not sewn yet, so currently it's just a long black rectangle. But it started a very unhealthy addiction with day 5. Day 6, I got another ball of bunny yarn, which not happy about. I turned it into a stingray, and this is another one of the days where it's technically complete, but I don't like it. So this day was sort of complete to me. And then we had a speckled yarn. So it was this blue speckle yarn with the extra optional prompt to make a blueberry themed item. So I turned it into a blueberry cow, which I feel like you can't really tell what the blueberries are up here. That's just my opinion. I think if they were just solid blue, it would be much easier to see that it was a blueberry cow. But this one, complete. And then we have the final day, which I made today, which is obviously another cheap cop-out for this yarn. No, it wasn't the white that I got. Did you not pay attention? It's the purple bunny yarn. I didn't want to make another item, so I cheaped and did the fox fur line top, which again, that's the front. And then the back, you can see, is corseted up back there. The other top is a size large, and this one is a size small, so you can see the difference. And these two things don't have any correlation to Yarnmas, but here is another fox fur line top that I started making in the size medium, which I didn't get close to finishing at all. And a cute little dinosaur that I was asked to make for somebody's Secret Santa So that's all of the things that I've made within the first week of doing my yarn advent calendar, which is a little insane because if like I were to try to hold everything up here and like explain what these all were, like I couldn't even. Like this would be a good thumbnail of me just trying to hold everything up like this because like this is so much stuff. There's so many things. There's a lot of love, and I'm super excited for the rest of my Yarnmas because there's still a lot to go. There's a lot of days left. There's a lot of yarn left that I haven't seen. I have seen the yarn that I'm doing this weekend. I'm a little excited. I am bringing in 2 extra colors that I'll show you. These are the 2 extra colors that I'm bringing in. One is a brown and the other is a gray just because I needed a smaller yarn to accent one of the yarns that I opened for tomorrow. So you'll see it then. Keep an open mind out and I'm sure you'll love more of it.